I am with Dr. Vidhi here, who is the event head at ChessBase India. So, hi Vidhi. Would love to hear your thoughts and your journey being in this ecosystem, how this has been for you.
So it's been a year already. I joined in Feb and I was in Mumbai already. I was working with a pharma company. I was their project head, and I remember there was this one time I had connected with Sagar, and he had invited me to Chembur Children's Home because there was going to be a tournament over there. It was their first ever tournament. So he was like, why don't you come over, you will get to interact with the kids. And that is how I got introduced to ChessBase India, like through their Teach Chess initiative. Then I would volunteer at the camps whenever I would get some time. And that is when Sagar and I got talking. Also during the first edition of Chennai Grandmasters, when I met him and Amruta, they got to know that I was looking for a job switch situation. So they offered that if you want to look at maybe chess and grow there, then we always have our doors open for you. So that is how the conversation began. I started as their operations manager, basically their e-commerce manager. I was looking at the sales and the office management part at ChessBase, and from there it just eventually, with the flow, we got to discover that I loved doing events a lot. Even though I had to look after the sales and the office aspect, doing events came very naturally to me. I would always be in all these events, lead them, and that is how we mutually came to an understanding that okay, let's have this. Basically before me, we never had someone leading the events. Everybody would do whenever they would feel like, whoever would have the time to lead a particular event, we would do that. But yeah, that is how the entire journey of becoming the events head at ChessBase India began, and it's been like now 14 months.
Now I think everyone has seen you in events and all the club events that you organize.
Yes, and it's so fascinating for me when I look back at my journey, because I started with a Teach Chess India tournament which was going on. I just as an outsider, they invited me to be a part of that tournament, and then to organizing that tournament second edition.
Yeah. And
being there to volunteer at the camp, to organizing those same camps. So it's like a full circle kind of a moment that I do come across sometimes.
And you yourself being a dentist, so how is this transformation for you like?
It's not easy. Because there are moments where you do feel that if I had stayed in the same profession, I always knew that I did not want to do clinical. That was not something that was ever a call out for me, but I either wanted to become a professor because I love to teach, so I do that now by teaching chess. And the other thing was that I wanted to work with various pharma industries or in the corporate sector as a corporate doctor, working with various brands or various medicines, working with different HCPs, healthcare professionals in India, and looking at the research angle. So that was something that always fascinated me. I always wanted to do that, and that is what I was doing before I joined ChessBase India. So there is always this element where sometimes you feel that did I take a wrong decision? Yeah. Or is this the correct path? Should I go back? All of that is always present also, because it's just the first year. Just before ChessBase also, it was my first job only. So it's just been 2 years since I've started working. So it's just a normal flow. Anybody who just starts to work is always going to question their choices. So that's just the natural course that we all follow. But in general, I will always mention that this is more satisfying than doing anything else.
Yeah. Awesome. And also Phoenix Chess Club and Ambit Chess Club that you are organizing. I recently also mentioned to you that it's nearing 200 members each.
Yes,
yeah, it's like a family.
Yes.
So how are these clubs playing an important role in your journey?
It's been amazing because I had been to Phoenix Chess Club as a player, or like I have mentioned, I used to be there to volunteer for different events when I was in Mumbai and new to Mumbai. And now seeing it grow from so close, and to see that a space like this is growing for 3 years, when I speak about Phoenix Chess Club, that last year when we closed our memberships in March, because we run from financial year to financial year, when we closed our memberships in March, we had more than 1050 members over the course of 2 years who had, trusted us and had been regulars at our club for the past 2 to 3 years. So that's a big number, because so many people trust you and your space to be a part of their journey. So it's been not just very fascinating but also very inspiring to see how a space like a chess club in a mall grows, and then from there to establishing our new chess club at Ambit. Two very different sectors, because one is a public space looking for more people to come in, and one is the corporate sector where they have tight security. They would not let all of them, like a lot of people, to come. It's not open for all. Pre-registrations are mandatory, and they have a small cozy space for say 25 to 30 players. But just being so giving and generous, that okay, we have a cafeteria space which is not utilized over the weekend. Why don't you do a chess club over there? And just opening doors for any and everybody in the city, around the country, whoever is present in the city, to come, have some snacks, have some chai and chill, play chess, get better at it. We also, in just 2 months of, I think it's been 3 months now, of the Ambit Chess Club, we have so far already had one Grandmaster play one of our events, Grandmaster Swayams Mishra. So it's always, I would say it's very giving to us when we see the growth of these spaces, and with that the growth of chess.
Yeah. So at CircleChess we have this community partner program where we have 100 plus partners associated with us, and out of them about 30 plus have already created their own chess clubs recently. So they are yet to start creating those events and club events in maybe malls or cafes. So with your experience, what kind of advice would you give them to grow this kind of community in their own cities?
This is an interesting question. Because we have also had our own learnings from the journey that we have had in these 2 separate chess clubs. We tried different models, with so I think it will always depend on what is the end goal of the venue as well. Something like say a mall would always love more people to come in. So over there, to not have restrictions, on the number of people or on the fact that pre-registrations ही करना है, but to keep it open even for say spot registrations, to make sure that you can open up as many spots as possible and not limit to say 50 or 100, because for them also it's a space of growth when they have so many people coming in, So and on the contrary, when you have a smaller space like say a cafeteria or a company space, or say somebody's residential or commercial property in general, so according to that you can always fine tune things. Maybe not have the on the spot model and only work on pre-registration model, because there you would always be able to anticipate who is coming, who is not. But one thing that stays at the bottom, whichever model of the club is working, is to always be open to feedback, open to improving, and always even if, let's say, if I'll give the example of Ambit, so even if we have this 30 people ka limit only, but if there's someone who really wants to come in that particular day because usi din unke paas spot hai, or if someone has ended up coming over there, how can you make sure that you can always make space for them? So to always be open to changes and flexibility, adaptability, but at the same time to not portray yourself as someone who is limited, but someone who always has space for you. So the intention is what will always matter. Change of plans will hamesha happen. Sometimes you will move from a commercialized model to a free model. Sometimes you will start with a free model, then go to a commercialized model. Those things are always a part of the process. It also depends on everybody's personal capacity. Someone is in the capacity to offer a free model, someone is not, so they go for a commercial model, which is completely fine. But as long as you are keeping the space open for individuals to come in, you are keeping the space open for a constructive feedback, if someone is giving you the feedback, okay, this is not working out for us. So how you are able to not take it to your heart and work around it positively is what is important, I feel.
Yeah, I think this is going to inspire a lot of other people to start their own clubs in their cities. So thank you, Vidhi, for that. And CircleChess now handles all the registrations in your events. So how has that streamlined your workflow in organizing these?
It has been very, I would say, moving from manual labor to a digital space has been a big relief for us. Because for past 3 years, we actually membership started since just 2 years at Phoenix. So past 2 years we have been managing everything at a manual level. So whoever is sitting at the chess club will take in the registrations only in that 5 to 7 duration on a Saturday. So someone has to all the time come offline, which in a way used to be good for us. Ki theek hai, that way people are at least coming to our space.
Correct.
But that would also limit the fact that you would always need to have someone over there to manage the membership. If there is someone who is covering up and doesn't have access to the membership system, उस दिन शायद membership आप collect नहीं कर सकते. Another thing is you collect all of that data in a WhatsApp group or in a Google form, then you collate everything, then you create manual membership numbers and you make a card. वो सारा manual data लगा के आप पहले उसको design करो, individual का card एक बैठ के आप design करो. So there is a lot of man hours that goes into this process. And the Google form system for registrations during a tournament that happens. Okay, when we give them or when we send them a Google form to register, we have to then also check कि भाई इसमें membership number सही डाला है कि नहीं, because there will be people who would put their old membership, they have not renewed it at all, so they will be not eligible.
Correct.
Or someone who doesn't have a membership but has put in a wrong data or something like that. So that verification process, all of that is a lot of man hours that goes into it, which is all streamlined with CircleChess now, because people have the flexibility to be able to do it all seamlessly in a digital interface. And when we are putting across a tournament, we don't have to worry about verifying someone's membership, because only a member will be able to register. It's all the AI and the software is what is functioning at the background. Nobody needs to manually check कि भाई इसका membership है कि नहीं है. And if someone doesn't have a membership, it also immediately prompts them. Okay, if you want a membership, you can take, and then you can continue your registration process, which is also very wonderful because it doesn't reject someone outright over there, which is something that we have to do in a manual process. If we find someone's membership number incorrect or not valid, then we have to outright reject their entry. Here that is not a possibility. You are welcoming every single person who wants to come and register. So that has been a great asset to us at our Phoenix club, because it's a lot of headache which is gone for us. And at the same time, when you are downloading the sheet, it comes into the in the Swiss manager format itself. So if you're using a Swiss manager, so it's very easy for the arbiter to immediately input the data than in Google form, where they have to still manually enter every single player's data on Swiss manager. Whereas in Ambit, we are doing end-to-end everything through CircleChess. Because Ambit is a smaller space, 20-30 people, you don't necessarily need an official arbiter in that event. So even someone with a decent chess knowledge and decent arbiter rules can take care of events at Ambit. So what we do at Ambit is that we use the CircleChess pairings tool as well. So not just the tournament registration, but the entire tournament is managed from CircleChess ka portal itself, which is great for us because we now don't need to have an additional person to do it and not depend on transferring this to another space and then managing things from there. And like I was mentioning that we have to always be open to feedback.
Correct.
There were times where there were players at Ambit who did let us know that there is some issue that we think we are facing in these pairings that you are generating through सर्कल चेस, कुछ तो उसमें मिसमैच हो रहा है, इट्स नॉट मेकिंग सेंस टू अस. एंड व्हेन वी टुक दैट फीडबैक, वी वर्कड विद द सर्कल चेस टीम, देयर हैज नेवर बीन दिस फ्रिक्शन कि नहीं ये तो गलत हो ही नहीं सकता. नीदर फ्रॉम द एंड ऑफ सर्कल चेस nor from the end of the club managers to the players कि नहीं, this is not possible or this is not something we will work on. So there is this entire ecosystem which is making sure that things are improving. There was just a small change that we had to do, that's it, and it all started working completely fine. So which is also one of the great assets of going digital or taking the help of circle chess, because there are very slight variations that you need to do in the code or in the way you are fetching data, and it's all corrected than someone sitting and breaking their brains कि क्या गलत हो रहा है मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है. So yeah,
I think that's the complete mantra, right?
Yeah.
That community first always.
Yes.
So we are always in the vision of not just reducing but also eliminating the organizers' point of views context. So one last question, Vidhi. What's your next big vision at ChessBase India?
Okay, I think chess at the time, it's there is no doubt about its potential in India at least, because not just the top players who are doing their best, but it's also at the grassroots level that we have been able to do something extremely great, not just as ChessBase India but as whole, as a country, as an ecosystem. We have been flourishing. We have some great talents. We have a lot of people who are consistently ready to put in efforts and hop on the first opportunity they get. But the one thing that we still want in the country as an ecosystem altogether is we want the commerce to start flowing in. We want people to start investing in chess, like companies to start seeing the potential that chess has, for brands to start coming in.
Correct.
And you know, than just Circle Chess doing an event, ChessBase India doing an event, or a local organizer doing an event, or a state body doing an event. If we have more brands, more partners, more companies coming in and stepping in to help us with, let's say, the commercial aspect or with the marketing aspect, where they can connect these two spaces. We have a lot of talent, but we don't have a lot of, commerce flowing in. So then at the end of the day, we have that burden goes on to the players. Entry fee बढ़ जाता है उनके लिए, So if you see a lot of rating events, entry fee बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है because there is not a lot of partnerships coming in. There are not a lot of sponsors coming in. So the next goal of not just me at ChessBase India but all of us at ChessBase India currently is to make sure that we make companies, brands and the entire commercial ecosystem believe in the potential that chess has and how much they also have to gain from this. It's not just taking in, but it's also a lot of giving and sharing that we can have. So that is one of the goals, that we have to bring in more brands to chess.
Awesome, and I think we have been following ChessBase India since years, and all the initiatives that you guys take, like Help Chess or Teach Chess initiative, are all a big part of this big goal. So thank you for everything your team has been doing for this long. Thank you so much, Vidhi, and also in your busy schedule, we are in this Karelia mall with this interview. So thank you so much, Vidhi.
Yes, thank you, Tina. Thank you for coming.